Hey, welcome back to the channel. We are building our cabin here, and we've got some daylight where we can work, but we're waiting on some material, so we can't work on the cabin. So what we're gonna do, we have the Mulcher and the T474 again, and what we're gonna do is work down in front of this hill. It's a big giant mess, and we wanna have a view down the hill at some point. So let me show you. Whoop. So this is down the hill in front of our cabin, and it is steep. This drops off almost 100 feet at an angle. I don't know what the angle is, but it's pretty steep. And we're gonna come in here and try to clean up as much as we can with the tractor. Obviously some of the stuff, the grinder or the mulcher's not gonna grind it up. We would have to have a chainsaw back here, but that's not the goal today. Our goal is just to push clear everything towards the bottom of the hill, leaving only the big trees, so we can have some view in between the trees, but yet still be in the woods. Make sense? I got the thumbs up behind the camera. All right, let's get to it. All right, when you start doing something like this, especially in an area that's new, we've worked on this area back here a lot. We've cleared dead trees down, but when you come into an area like this, your head needs to be on a swivel. You need to be looking up. You need to be looking for dead limbs, because you can bump up against a tree that has dead limbs in the top of it. Those fall out on your head and kill you. So it's something to think about. Not trying to scare you, but it's just something you really have to think about. Come on, go to mama. It happens. dead tree with some vines in it. Be real gentle and push it over. Could topple back on me. You gotta be really careful. You don't want to hit it. That stump's hot. That's a little bit too big for this, but we got it. Couple of stumps down there. Didn't see it. Trees are like cables. What do you think, buddy? What do you think, Tanya? She likes it. It opens it up. This is some hinky stuff I'm doing here. This is steep, very steep. And I've got thousands of hours on tractors and equipment, and I easily, I'm just saying that anybody can make mistakes. I had one time that a stump got under my grapple and caused the back of the wheel to want to come up. And that was a little bit scary, but what you do in those situations when you see it happen, it's all implements down. So that's your loader down and your 3-point hitch down as fast as you can get it. And most times that will level it out, and in this case it did. You got it back on the ground. And when you're dealing with pushing downhill, you have a lot of push downhill because the weight of the tractor is going downhill as well. You can also get downhill and not get back up. There's a case over here where I got behind a stump and I was able to lock my rear axles in and get back up. Also, I heard the brakes creaking on the tractor a little bit, and that means the brakes are getting hot. And what had happened is a limb had pushed up under the tractor, and actually there's a rod that pulls the brake and had bent it a little bit, and it's keeping the brakes just barely engaged. So I went back under there and bent it back out by hand. When you do stuff like this in the woods, there's definitely the opportunity for stuff like that to happen. I've often thought about taking the 474 and putting some sort of plate up under it because we're always in the woods, and we use it like a skidder, and just a few, like a steel plate mounted onto the loader suspension or the loader frame would really protect the underside of the tractor. It doesn't have a lot of stuff hanging out anyway, and we've never really had a serious issue. But so when you're doing this kind of stuff, I really, I want to reiterate, keep your head on a swivel, look up. You're always looking for dead limbs and trees, because you can swing around and bump a tree and a limb fall out from 50 feet in the air and stab you. There's been many people killed that way. It's better to have a hard cover over you, but in this case, it also keeps you from seeing up. So that's kind of you'd always need almost like a steel cage to go over it, and that's something to think about too. But we've made a lot of progress, and I'd say we've cleared off what, 1/8 of an acre or so, maybe a little over 1/8 of an acre. This is very harsh, very harsh. Eventually, this is going to go down, and if you can see where it goes down and then goes back up the other side. This is where we're going to put a levee across, and there's going to be a small lake down here. Not really decided if it's going to be a big pond or a small lake. I want to do 8 acres, and she wants to do maybe 2 or 3 acres. So you guys tell me what you think. God bless. Have a great day. What are we seeing, buddy?